What up? It's your boy T-Bear and reaction to today's music money. Bogging this video from Fantastic Hip Hop. So we are celebrating 50 years of hip hop as well as right now from the beginning of 1973 to the rise in the early 70s, late 70s, early 80s to the pinnacle of it becoming big in the 80s and 90s and even the 2000s. But as of lately, though, especially in the 2010s and 2020, and possibly a little bit of the late 2000s, though, a lot of folks has been having a disliking of the hip hop as well, too, as they felt that it has been going down as well as not great. Even hip hop artists themselves saying hip hop is dead. They're saying hip hop is dead, hip hop's dying, or it's on life support, stuff like that. No, it's the agenda of it being destroyed because of corporate takeover and all this well too. So right now we're gonna watch this video from Fantastic Hip Hop called "The Biggest Problem in Hip Hop Right Now." Especially now, a lot of folks are downplaying it to the core. I'm saying, not only you're downplaying as well too. Newer hip hop artists are fortunately canceling shows because of low hip hop ticket sales at the time, while the veterans are still getting their bread with Rock the Bell, Rock the Bell Festival. Different festivals celebrate 50 years of hip hop recently as well too, and in general as well these other festivals that feature new artists. Unfortunately, Made in America got canceled due to controversy of other artists as well too, not just hip hop artists but the main artists, headline artists too. So let's see if this video if it ties into what's the biggest problem in hip hop right now as well too. I mean, sales are still good, but it's only because of streaming. Streaming has become part of sales well too. But sadly, you feel like a lot of fans say if streaming wasn't part of it, a lot of hip hop or newer hip hop artists wouldn't see a light of day. A lot of newer hip hop artists, according to a lot of people, not me. Because I got love for anything new era, especially in hip hop and music as well too. But a lot of the naysayers are saying that a lot of the names are making big noise right now are totally forgettable, like the likes of Ice Spice, Sexy Red. A lot of people are claiming folks like Drake or Jack Harlow as cornballs, or Jack Harlow as a culture vulture, and many others well too. So let's see what they say about why hip hop is what's the big problem in hip hop right now. Let's get it.
As of the recording of this video, there has only been one top charting hip-hop song or album in the year 2023.
Wow.
To put this into perspective, this type of drought hasn't happened since 1993, so we gotta ask ourselves, what is going on?
Wow.
Hip-hop
wow. Literally 30 years. Dag. 30 years. 30 years. This is ironic. 30 years ago that happened.
Dying? Has the music just been bad? Are there no superstars releasing music? What is going on? When it comes to the answer of this question, the reason why there has been a drought within the hip-hop world, the answer is much more complicated than any of that. To start understanding why hip-hop is in the position it's in right now, we need to go back in time. Since the birth of rap music, there has been one thing consistent about the art form, and that is its constant evolution. This evolution has spawned an array of different movements and subgenres over the years. From G-Funk on the West Coast to Boom Bap on the East Coast to the crunk and the bling eras in the 2000s, the tides of hip-hop have evolved alongside the popular sounds of each era. Looking at the sonic movements in the modern landscape of hip-hop, since the mid-2010s, there has been one sound only dominating everything, and that is trap music. With artists like Future, Young Thug, and Lil Uzi Vert at the forefront of modern trap, this was the sound that made hip-hop the commercial juggernaut that it became in the 2010s. From the infectious melodies to the memorizing beats, this is the sound that revolutionized hip-hop into the commercial juggernaut that it became in the 2010s, and it's the sound that the biggest artists in the rap game still use today. What's alarming about the fact that trap is still the leading sound in hip-hop today? It's that in hip-hop history, there has never been a single sound that has stayed around at the forefront as long as trap music. Historically, one style has been at the forefront for a few years, maybe half of a decade, until a new style gets hotter, but this is not the case right now. Hip hop is still fixated on this sound well after a decade of its prominence, and with the best days of trap being way behind us, the genre is facing an innovation problem, but it goes even deeper than this. Just as the sounds from era to era change, so do the faces of hip hop. From Biggie and Tupac to Jay-Z and Nas, the faces of the rap game were always changing within the eyes of the people, and this is what kept the genre so unpredictable and exciting in the 90s and the 2000s. In the early 2010s, the big three of Kanye West, Eminem, and Lil Wayne were replaced by Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J. Cole. And just like trap music, over a decade later, and Kendrick, Cole, and Drake are still considered.
That is a good thing to think. That's something to think about as well too. That's the only people you always hear about. You always hear about that as well too. That. Yeah, and now you ever like you hear people like making noise or anything, but the main three and somewhat a four-person in a way is Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar, and the four-prompt talking about is Nicki Minaj. You know, hip hop is male dominated, and sometimes the ladies don't get involved in the big threes or the top names in hip hop as well too. But you know, their names known, but they don't be the top names well too. But what he said is major fact though is always come back to them three dropping some dope albums while everybody else put out albums here and there with some sound good, some sound okay, some not interesting because they're not their type of demographic, some not getting not a lot of airplay as well too, some getting too much airplay as they should, too much airplay they shouldn't get as well too, and many others. So but when it comes to J. Cole, when it comes to like J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar, folks are wanting there as well too. They're not. They have the other ones, but sometimes they need to be fly by night, or they are not up to par as Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. And as well for the lady, Nicki Minaj, the closest right now is Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi. But other than that, most other ladies either not getting highly recognizable like Rhapsody and many of the boom bap ladies, or just a Cardi, or you know just the kid, the daughter figures of two the names I mentioned as well, two such as City Girl, Sexy Ray, Ice Spice, and Cola Ray as well too in a way. But we'll see. But let's keep going with this video real quick.
Rap's big three. In a world where Drake and J. Cole have alluded to retirement, and Kendrick Lamar has only released a single album in the last...
And that's the other thing, that they're like semi-retired, they throw a joint here and then once in blue moon, and he, you know, just that one album.
5 years. How come hip-hop is fixated on rappers whose time in the limelight is very limited, instead of looking at what a future big three could hold? When you look at everything within this lens, the answer becomes more and more apparent. From the trap sound to Kendrick, Cole, and Drake being the longest instated big three in the eyes of the culture, we can see that hip-hop is frozen, and this is because we are trapped within an artistic algorithm. In today's digital world, music consumption has moved so fast that it actually hasn't moved at all. From the streaming exploits to the TikTok trends, labels have put more pressure on artists than ever to find success immediately, and
that's true right there, especially with the TikTok trend. You know, TikTok definitely, like I said, I always say TikTok's like the new Vine for those who remember Vine right now, but TikTok's definitely a big influence in music as well too. Like a lot of, not only with like newer songs, but like old school songs well too. Old school songs well too, because you know a lot of like classic songs are getting rehashed and popular again because of TikTok as well too, as well as because of shows, but mainly because of TikTok.
This caused the creative parameters that have been used in the past to fold in on themselves. This is why most big rappers or artists with record deals focus on getting those golden 7 seconds or nostalgia baiting fans by using a sample of an already beloved song. The main thing being preached in the industry is to blow up instantly and make buzz, and this is killing the natural flow of creativity. Look at an artist like Coi Leray. She had 2 viral TikTok hits in recent memory alone. Would you be surprised if I told you that she just dropped her sophomore album, and despite her high monthly listeners, despite how many people know her TikTok songs and how many people share them, Her album only sold 10,000 copies and charted this low on week 1.
And that's the other thing about the two, the downplay it. Now it is a good downside as well too. And you know, a lot of time before that, you know, a little before that, mixtape, while there was a big pro with mixtape as well too, that also was kind of a killer as well too, because you know, a lot of mixtape was better than most albums. Like a lot of people was like releasing mixtape and then when they finally dropped the album, it was like, okay, half because you know mixtape you can get away with a lot of shit. You can sample stuff without permission because the mixtape's not gonna get monetized. 10, you're not getting money for mixtape. I mean, you're not. Mixtape is free. It's literally a free album just to give you a taste of the artist. But when it comes to production and everything and all of that, sometimes the mixtape get overrun by the regular album get overshadowed by the mixtapes. You know, mixtape they put their heart into it as well too. The album they put much of their heart, but they had to break something down in order to get it released. You know, a lot of legal shit, a lot of production gotta be a lot of the stuff getting overproduced compared to the mixtape, was sometimes a freestyle or rap over a song that's already well known and stuff like that. So that's the other thing that that's kind of like same with that as well too. And with TikTok is just like it's still it's produced a professional produced song, but the TikTok single overshadowed the album release because the TikTok song got hot on TikTok more. You hear the other songs like, okay, that's it. It's sad, you know what I mean? And sometimes not even the artist, as far as just how stuff is marketed as well too. Like you think the person had the album already, and they release the album, and you found out that's their first album or their second album. You feel like they have more albums than that, but because of how much songs they put out, it gets overshadowed when it gets overshadowed. Look, and then the album comes, it's like, oh. Hope y'all makes sense.
A further point about the decline in interest in hip hop at the moment. Despite some artists making massive hits that people dance to and share with their friends, these are not converting people into actual fans of the entirety of the art being presented in front of them, and with most of the industry using this as their main strategy towards success. It's no wonder why no new artist is captivating audiences the same way that Kendrick, Drake, Cole, or any of the stars from the past decade. So when we look at hip-hop's decline commercially, we see the biggest problem facing the genre right now. Rap has a creativity and innovation problem, and as long as labels prioritize virality over creativity, we are going to stay frozen in this state of limbo. With that said, as the genre continues to bring in diminishing returns, changes will inevitably be made, so the question we have to ask ourselves is, when will the next era of rap music truly commence? While we can't fully guarantee that this is the dawn of a new sound, and even that a new big three is upon us, what we do know is that even in the mainstream, there has been a wave of creative titans opening up borders with new sounds and ideas, and as these artists continue to gain support and grow some of the largest fandoms.
True, because you know, lately the Jersey Club sound is finally getting mainstream. Is for something that's been exclusive within party scene, the underground party scenes, DJs like myself, hitting in Jersey as well too. The Jersey sound, club sounds getting popular as well too. With Uzi Verse with I Just Wanna Rock, the Bay with Shake 'Em, Boys a Liar with Pink Panthers, Ice Spice new song Deli, Sexy Red, pot new Bubble Club joint, Kendrick Lamar and Baby King got a Bubble Baltimore. At Jersey Club sounds well too. The reason I said it could kind of sound like, but still, that's gonna probably elevate it as well too. That one is another genre that was like exclusive to like to those of Jersey or the party scene to being worldwide, like kind of like Afrobeat was only exclusive to, you know, folks of Africa or folks that was like listening at certain festivals, stuff like that, like the Dune Fest in Philadelphia as well too, and K-pop only for Korean music fans as well too. But then but that's the thing I like that the Jersey clubs getting that recognition as well too. It takes a while, but you know, a lot of people saying about K-pop and Afrobeats as well too. But let's keep going.
Bases in the game. It's only a matter of time until something major happens. So to answer the big question that many have been
Yep,
asking,
and I just talked about
is
Pink
hip-hop
Patches.
dead? Well,
No.
the answer is clearly no. Even despite the genre commercially doing not as well as it has in years past, there has never been such a wide range of artists from the top to the underground doing amazing things and creating such a wide range of amazing experiences.
And that's the other thing too. Even though they're not getting much recognition, it's the mission though. You still got a lot of underground song artists getting a lot of airplays, you know, out of defiance of the commercial play, you know, Griselda Records, my boy Westside Gun, Conway the Machine, I forget the other boy name is. Benny the Butcher as well too. JPEG Mafia they showing right now. Tyler's still holding it down as well too. But yeah, a lot of many others as well too. Like that's the only thing. It's still wide range and everything. Just hopefully the wide range supposed to get enough airplay as well too, and more so because they pushing it not out of defiance of folks who don't want to listen to the commercial, but still it'd be a little help as well too. So yeah.
If you think hip hop is dying, you should subscribe to my channel ASAP so you can hear about the artists who are dropping beautiful records right now. With that all out of the way, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the current state of hip hop right now? Do you agree that these are the biggest problems the rap game's facing? And where does the future of hip hop lie? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Your support means everything. Mr. F, fantastic hip hop.
Of course, another movie video I made longer than it is. I mean, literally 10 minutes longer than it is. But I feel like in my opinion, it's nothing. It's still doing its thing regardless. The fact it's still here, it's doing its thing, it's still popular. It's still a good thing regardless, though. But I understand that. But I'm always hearing the names. Being a DJ, I gotta, I'm open to a lot of songs as well too. So I'm open to anything. I'm not the one to downplay, but. So I also deal with a lot of naysayers with the hip hop and music in general, but hip hop most definitely though. I already had somebody saying I can't do with the thought music these days, with a Sexy Red and Suki Hana doing their thing as well too. What's her name is she always got shit to say. This chick that always got shit to say. What she said, hip hop becoming very, very weird, almost like they had another. No, wrong. There's always part that like they had another one of those meeting like they did, and when they push out Empower Music and ushered in and WN Focus. I'm not here for the whole culture and drill. Yeah, drill. They don't like drill. They don't like the whole culture, the slut music culture and all that as well too. Well, I'm saying, or as well too, Sexy Red is getting like a lot of airplay and a lot of folks is calling her either industry plant. It was industry plant was one. Hold on, what was it? Oh, what was it that's like? See, they doing. I said they play too much. Too much. I said they was doing too much with that. Let me see. I said they was doing too much. I forgot. What was it now? I forgot what they said. Yeah. No, what was it? I said something about Sexy Red. Hold on a second. I said something about Sexy Red. They said something about it. I said they doing too much. I'm trying to find it real quick. Sorry. Here, is this it? No, hold on. Shoot, what was it? I gotta change my name on it. Hold on. I said, okay, now I have, the cop thing. They got deleted as well too. I forgot what they said about it. Oh yeah, they said that there was made to something like they're made to be something against the black community, something like that. I forgot what was it, something like that. I'm like, nah, y'all gotta chill for real. It's bad enough they was calling her underground cop as well too. Hold on a second. I'm back. I had to help my mom-in-law. That was something. But anyway, yeah. I was trying to find what they said about it. It was like, wow, they something about the black community, something like that. And then also the one saying she's a compliment Q because for like and she's an energy plan and all that as well too. I think they said the same thing about Ice Spice Bob being an energy plan as well too. Like, it's like you always hear like me being a music lover, you always hear and a DJ, you always hear like the downplay of a lot of artists as well too. Though like they're this and that, or they're somewhat outrageous like they're somebody sent to destroy the black community in a way, and purposely, something like that. I don't know. Either way, you gotta deal with that as well too. But either way, like they got a lot of naysayers in the new era music. It's been like that for a while, as you said as well too. Always Drake, and it's always gonna be in Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar, and for the ladies, Nicki and Cardi saving the hip hop as well too. But they've been doing it for over a while, and they haven't found nobody to take the big three from them. It's now big three ladies was Cardi, Nicki, and Meg. You know, fortunately, all three are dealing with controversy. Been dealing with controversy as well too. So that's like almost kind of eliminates them as well too. But you know, hopefully, you know, the artists that that folks listen to in spite of the new era, out of spite of disliking new era, out of defying the new era as well too, get as much love so they can be the next big three, as well as the reserves as well too, whether it men's or even ladies. Maybe you have some ladies in the big three as well too, because I said like the ladies are killing it right now. Even with the ratchet girl culture with the rapping or anything, the ladies are killing it right now, for real, as well too. They be killing it in every way. Whereas guys are doing their thing, but the ladies be killing it as well too. So we could get a lady in the big three sooner than later. But other than that, hopefully, as you said, we see a little bit of evolution. You're kind of getting it with the hip hop using Jersey Club sound as well too. So who knows? But other than that, if you like my reaction, I made this 9-minute video longer than it is. It's a 6-minute video, and I made it 20 minutes because like I said, I'm a music lover. Sometimes I gotta get my thoughts and reaction to it as well too. So other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.